Season 4 of Fargo ended with, well, not necessarily a reveal, but a big confirmation that it told the origin story of one of Season 2's favorite characters. Because it's an anthology series that exists in the world of the 1996 Coen Brothers movie of the same name, Fargo fans are always on the lookout for connections. The crossover of the characters, the different locations, and the general themes of the original movie. Today I thought I'd put together all the connections I've come across from the movie through Season 4. Of course, that will contain some spoilers if you haven't seen all the seasons, so I do have to put that out there, and now let's get into it. I thought the best way to do this would be chronologically, and since Season 4 takes place in 1950 and 1951, we'll get started there. If you include Ethelrita's history report, we actually go back much further in time. It's the story of the criminal underground in Kansas City, and we see how things escalate to a war between different gangs, and at the end of the season, Abel Vellante, with the backing of the New York City crime families, is able to consolidate power and create the Kansas City Mafia. We'll see this connection in the evolution of the organization as they embark on a northern expansion. The fourth season has a Fargo connection, and that comes in the way of Mort Kellerman. Lloyd Cannon did a weapons deal with the Kellermans, and then called in a favor when he needed someone from out of town to hit the Fata family for him. Mort Kellerman and his hitters are directly responsible for the death of the mother of the then boss of the Fata family, Josto. In the Fata family, we were also introduced with Joe Bulow, who came back from New York City with Abel. Bulow played a big role in the Kansas City part of the story in Season 2, which takes place a couple decades later. Another connection between Season 4 and Season 2 comes in the way of this book, The History of True Crime in the Midwest. We first see this book in the opening of Season 2, Episode 9, and hear an excerpt from its chapter on the massacre at Sioux Falls. This is a big event that happens in Season 2 that we were originally introduced to back in Season 1. In Season 4, we see the book in the opening of the 9th episode, where we get a look at a page from it that describes the events of the upcoming episode. And I suppose it's not a direct connection, but I should mention that since most of the series takes place in Minnesota, we do have one character in Season 4 who's from there. Orietta Mayflower, although she's sort of a twist on that Minnesota Nice vibe in that she is a serial killer here. The last major connection from Season 4 to Season 2 is that origin story I mentioned that Satchel Cannon, who was Loy's son, did in fact grow up to be Mike Milligan, who works for the Kansas City Mafia in Season 2.